we'll go over to Shastra University. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon. You are able to hear me?
Very clearly, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Naren. I'm the program coordinator for this blended MOOC. And I have a slight of different query for you.
Yeah, sure.
Our course period has already started on June 25th. Now, this is a deemed university, so we have already started our classes on 25th June. And this semester ends by 31st October. So that means the instruction period will end by 31st October. And by roughly around second week of November, they will have semester examinations. So I wish to know whether it is possible for you to keep or at least make open the final quizzes or the final assessment quiz, whatever you have given instructions in the second or third week of November by October for us. I will provide you the list of students.
No.
I want the quiz.
Yes, Professor Naren, I will tell you, you are the first major outlier in the first year course schedule. You would have heard that recently our colleagues from EFCO, Schlenk and others said that they are starting as late as 5th August, 12th August. Unfortunately, almost all the institutions in the country are not as efficient as you are. Our own first year course will start next week from Monday. So, I do not know how you have managed, but your course has started early and therefore also is ending early. Now, what we have done is the online end semester, first of all, we had to squeeze the requirement of all the participating institutions. So, while our course has started, and in fact, you can see, we will put the current content and the schedule etc. on the Moodle as well as the BMW workshop as I mentioned. You can see that your students can start looking at least the first 2 weeks of material, that is first week of material or first topic material that has been put together, and we will put together more material. But the end semester examination, I hope you appreciate that it takes me and my team of TAs about 4 days and nights of work to construct one end sem paper. And if we do it once, I end up giving a treat to all participants if they do it properly. To ask them to do it twice for our friends in Shastra University, they will all would like to visit Shastra University to get a treat from you with all their travel money paid by you, which is not worth it. I am joking, but what we have done is we have put the end semester end exam. Can you read the schedule quickly? I think it is on the 23rd or 24th of November.
Yeah, 21st.
Yeah.
21st of November.
Oh, how do you get to know that?
I am seeing in that IIT Bombay schedule in your
you have
students course CS101.
Oh, you have also registered for CS101X. That is very clever. So you know exactly what is happening to the students. Very good.
Yeah, because I just want to see what the students will also see from their point of view.
In fact, I will take this opportunity to advise all our colleagues who are listening to this. Nagesh, remind me to write a letter to all 140 teachers. Why can't they be as proactive as Professor Naren of Shastra University has been and just register as students for CS101X? They need not give any quiz, but they will know exactly what is being released to the students. All right, Professor Naren. So 21st November, now this may be towards the fag end of your own NSEM, but considering that it's an online exam, don't you think that it will be adequate? That is the best we could do. In fact, when I decided on 21st November, I had you specifically in mind.
Right. Hello?
Hello, yeah.
Yeah. So, but then probably because why I am stressing is that November 2nd and 3rd week, people will have their other semester exams going here.
Correct.
So I would not appreciate to tax the students to appear for this. Probably, can this be kept open for a little longer time, maybe in the 3rd week or the 4th week of November?
It is generally kept open for 6 days. All our NSEM exam and programming assignments are kept open for 6 days. So that means even if we release on 21st, they can do that thing by 26th or 27th also, which I thought would cover your this thing.
Oh, that's fairly, means it looks good as of now.
24.
So I have one more query.
Yeah.
How to map the students? Now, basically, this for computer programming, there are like 4 faculties. So there will be roughly around 50 members. We have made a small bunch. Like for every 20 faculty, 20 students, there will be a faculty. Okay. Those faculties, I have sent the information of their email ID and name to your office, and I think they have got the emails also. And the students are registering one by one now. Now, if I recollect, in the last workshop, you said that it is possible to map the students with the faculty.
Just give me a President Naren, keep your thing like this.
Is it audible now?
Yeah, now it is.
Is
perfect. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wish to know how to map the students, okay, to a particular faculty login. So there are basically now 4 faculties from Shastra who will be involved in this computer programming course. Okay, obviously, like 3 people could not make it for the workshop today because we got the email only today morning, and there are classes running, so they could not cancel the classes. But that's okay. I'm just raising their doubt.
Yeah.
Now, the faculty email ID I have already sent to your office, and the faculties have also got the communication from your office.
Right.
The students are registering. They are on the path of registering. So once they registered, is it okay if I just send the student name and their email ID to your office, and they can be mapped to a corresponding faculty login?
No. That is not possible.
Okay.
I will tell you the reason why. If we keep anything manual in this process, it's a recipe for disaster. Now, as we speak, you remember I had talked about the dashboard. I had actually demonstrated the features in our conclave. It is not elaborated now. As we speak, the dashboard has gone live. Now, what will be required is that every teacher who is participating from your college will have to collect the list of these students' email IDs, and not their full names, but their public names which they have used on the IIT Bombay X.
Okay.
So you will have to ask the students to compile this list. They have to submit to you their email IDs and theirs. Now, what is required by every teacher is, suppose I am one of the teachers and I have, let's say, 75 students under my charge. I should compile a spreadsheet of these 75 students containing their roll number, their email ID, their public username, and their local roll number. That is for your own benefit. We don't really need it. So there is some piece of information. It is given in that manual. I will see that that manual is also uploaded on Moodle properly. Now, all that you need to do is, every teacher should upload the list of these 75 students on the dashboard. Now, since that will be done from that teacher's login ID, those 75 will be automatically tagged to that teacher.
Okay.
Now, suppose after 75 there are 2 more students who come later, or there are 2 students who drop out, there is a facility to delete and add students individually.
Okay.
Now, this process I expect will go on for about 4 or 5 days through couple of iterations.
Okay.
But every time the teacher clicks on that interface, the teacher will get to see that, suppose I have yesterday uploaded 75 names, then out of those 75 who have registered on IIT Bombay X and who have also enrolled on CS101X. So that what I can do is, when I go to the classroom, I can tell them, ki, "Arey Baba or Arey Baby, you said you have registered, but your name does not figure there." So some student might have forgotten to click the activation link or whatever.
Okay.
But we are automating this process, and that has been thoroughly tested, and that part of the software which we call the instructor's MIS system or dashboard is just gone live at 2:20 today. I will ensure that that link will be mailed to all the participating teachers on the Moodle. But the responsibility of uploading the data has to be taken by the corresponding faculty member there.
That's fine.
Right.
So I'll be happy if you can send that document also to the program coordinators, so that in case if we can also coordinate from our end.
In fact, I would suggest that every program coordinator should be enrolled as a non-editing teacher in each of the Moodle workshop courses. How do you like
That's
that
nice.
idea, Professor Naren?
Yeah, in fact, my next question was about that,
Yeah.
because most of the times I don't have access to data. Let's say how many students have registered or how many faculties are there, what videos is there. And,
Yes.
as a program coordinator, I don't have information on my screen, or there is nothing like on my screen.
Okay.
Right? So I would actually appreciate if you can create some platform wherein like a program coordinator in turn can also automatically get the data from the corresponding faculty instead of me directly meeting a faculty.
Okay. So that will happen not only for the program coordinator, but also for the head of the institution. In the same dashboard, we have created an interface for the program coordinator and the head of the institution, which will be able to select and see the enrolled students of any course by any teacher.
Okay. So is it functional now?
I presume so. At least last night at 1:30 when I came back from Bangalore for a SEBI benchmark, I saw a small message saying system is functional. Can you ask Shweta whether the system is functional? It should be functional.
That's okay. So maybe I think whenever it is functional, I think you will send an email to all the program coordinators.
Just give us about 24 hours between today and tomorrow. The necessary details will be put up on the Moodle and you will get the thing. So we were aware of this requirement. In fact, this was discussed in the consultation conclave, where unfortunately Shastra representative could not come because you had an important meeting there itself on that day. But
we had our academic council on the same day.
But this is natural. Everybody would like to do that. And what Shweta Tharani and her team has done is she has created this so-called instructor. It's actually an institute interface. So that is to be used by Shastra University or Coimbatore College, Mapcoast Link, whatever. In each institute, she has identified three kinds of users. One is the head of the institution, the second is program coordinator, and the third is an individual teacher for a course. Now, based on the information that we have collected from all institutions, we have the teachers' information where they have been enrolled on the Moodle for the respective workshop.
Okay.
Now I am suggesting to my workshop team that they should additionally enroll the head of the institution and the program coordinator also as non-editing teachers in each of the three workshops. The only thing is, please don't end up giving them IST workshop certificates. That will be very funny. So just remember that later. Now that way you will be abreast with whatever is happening on the Moodle first of all, and the BMWCS101 course. Additionally, as I said, once you see this interface, you will see that while individual teachers can upload the students' data, the program coordinator and head of the institution can select any course. Within that course, any teacher, if there are multiple teachers, and see the data for all the students.
Okay, and their quiz information will also be available.
Whenever the quizzes are conducted and completed, the quiz information is downloadable by the respective teacher in the CSV file. I do not know whether we have made that information available to program coordinator and head of the institution, because like in IIT Bombay, we believe that a teacher is autonomous till the teacher submits the final grade of the student. Unless you wish to monitor their marks, but that may not be in good taste unless, of course, that is an institutional decision. But just as we regard the autonomy of an individual teacher, we would keep the information abreast. What we can perhaps do is, if we statistically find a large number of students under a teacher or in an institution not taking a quiz, then we might consider giving you a separate exceptional report by email to the corresponding program coordinator. Would that make sense?
No, it's okay. It is not in the for the purpose of monitoring I asked.
Huh.
It's basically for the statistics. It's basically, for example, if there are a course having 4 teachers,
Right.
now we usually collect the grades and put it on a normalized scale. So we don't individually assign grades for every
Oh,
class.
I see.
We again combine it.
So the 4 teachers will have to
So-
come together any which way.
Yeah, any which way they have to combine.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
So either I have to take from all 4 and then I have to sort it out, or if it is available directly, then it serves the purpose.
Well,
That means for us,
no,
each
yeah,
class is not independent.
I
Each
get your
course is
point.
independent.
Yeah, I get your point. It is almost like how we used to run CS101 in old times. Suppose I am the instructor in charge, there will be 6 other teachers who are instructors, each given a particular
Yeah.
batch. However, the
Yeah.
final grades will be collective grades from all the people.
Yeah. collectively.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
not built that in the interface. So I am afraid that my colleague teachers in your place and the coordinator will have to do the ghodagiri of collecting all the spreadsheets. But I will tell you one
So if
thing, the spreadsheets are going to be identical. So all that you need to do is put all of them together and just sort them or whatever, sum total. I think it will not be very difficult.
That serves the purpose. Yeah.
Right.
So if the teachers are able to get the quiz marks, then
Yes.
that's perfectly fine.
Oh, yes.
That serves the purpose.
Wonderful.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. There is again an hands up request from Raurkela. Let me go back to Raurkela and see whether we can hear them now. Over to you, Suchishmita.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Perfectly fine. What had happened to your audio earlier?
Slightly, there was a technical problem, sir. I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
Sir, actually, there is a I'd like to discuss something about the course model of NIT Rourkela.
Yes.
Basically, we have a computing lab 1 for the first semester and computing lab 2 for second semester, and that is for the whole of the first year students.
Right.
And the first semester covers C programming and second semester covers C++ programming.
Okay.
We don't have a separate theory class for this programming language for first year students or any students, sir. This is to avoid the scarcity or availability of the faculty members of CS department. So we have merged the theory 1 hour plus 2 hours lab in one slot, that is computing lab 1 for first semester and computing lab 2 for second semester. And sir, what I saw in the this CS101 course of IIT Bombay, it includes both C as well as C++ programming, sir. So my question is, can you suggest us how we can accommodate that into our course, sir?
Okay.
Like we are interested for this and we are trying to, blend with this course, but how can you suggest some better way that we can do? Because we are getting in one semester maximum 27 classes, sir. Maximum 14 to 15 classes, theory classes.
How many?
For C, and another 14 to 15 classes for C++ in the coming semester.
Okay. So let me tell you first of all, we do not teach a particular programming language at all. So we do not have a course in C or we do not have a course in C++. We have a single programming course which covers both the procedural programming and object oriented programming. We have divided this single course into 2 parts. CS101.1X is the procedural programming course and CS101.2X is the object oriented programming course. The object oriented programming course, which will correspond to your C++ course, will start in the second semester. The procedural programming course which is being started now has purely procedural programming only. So although we use the programming language C++, not a single feature of C++ is used, no object, no classes, no methods, nothing. What is covered is actually C programming. The only part of C++ that we use is C in and C out, merely to facilitate input and output, because scanf and printf, even if you teach the first year students, they do not understand what exactly how it is working. Other than that, all the statements that we put in the course They cover conditional execution, iteration, they cover arrays, multidimensional arrays, they cover pointers, they cover structures. All the topics that are covered are actually the procedural programming topics, even files. So, file processing, for example, even there we do not use object classes of C++. We teach the conventional C programming interfaces for files. So, as far as you are concerned, rest assured that it is a C programming course only. C programs are being written which will be compiled using GCC C++ compiler. So, what you can do is, in the very first lecture you can explain to them. In fact, now that you give me an idea, next week I will try to prepare a small 10-minute video and include that to say that people should not be worried about the name of the programming language. This course covers only procedural programming, and that every program that is written can be also written and compiled using C programming language by just replacing input-output statements.
That will be great, sir, because our students will include the students from food processing, chemical and other branches also.
Yeah.
So once they hear about C and C++, they may get scared or something like that, sir. So
yeah.
that's
So
why
I will prepare a small video that may take about a week. When are your classes starting?
Sir, 27th of July, the first semester classes will start, and we may have the lab class in the same week even. I mean, around 28th, 29th, around we'll have the first class.
Okay. So, from the other interaction that I had with others, I hope you are very clear about the procedure that you have to follow. You have to ask all your students to register on IIT Bombay X and submit their IIT Bombay X email ID and the public username to your teachers. Then the teachers should consolidate the list of all students, include your own local roll number, and upload it on the link that we are creating, for which we will be circulating a detailed information. In fact, you will notice that our next interaction is scheduled to be on the Tuesday, 4th of August. It so happens that on 4th of August, I shall be in your institute.
Right, sir.
So, I am glad to announce now, without even taking your permission, madam, to all other teachers, that I will be speaking to all of you from Rourkela on that day.
Thank you, sir.
So, where you are sitting, I should be sitting there, and I will be speaking to all the other audience. Just one request, that the schedule on 4th that you keep, please keep 1 hour for interaction on CS101X workshop, that is BMWCS101X. All right. So okay, just come here, stand in front of the camera. Come here. Suchismita, I would like, I think you have met her. Come here. You have met her perhaps, but other people would not have met her. What happened? Okay. And come this side. Okay. Yeah, you can see that. So I have with me Shweta Tharani, who is the team leader who has created that interface for teachers in the MIS system. She has another colleague, Aparna Pansare, who has written the APIs at the back end. She tells me that the system has gone live, and you will receive an email. All teachers will receive an email. There are 53 program coordinators. There are 53 heads of the institutions, 53 program coordinators, and 286 teachers covering all the subjects. All of them will receive an email by today evening.
No, they have already sent.
Oh, they have sent. So the mails have been sent. So you should have received them. If you cross check, that will give you a link which once you activate, you will have access to that interface. Of course, nothing worthwhile will happen till you upload the data of your own students. But you can see the details in which you have to submit the data, etc. etc. Yes. Thank you, Shweta. Okay. We have people from, so that is all right, Smita? All right, thank you. Let me go over to Madhav Institute of Technology, Gwalior, 1265.
Can you hear me, sir?
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Yes, sir. Actually, sir, most of the players are already, most of the players are already
Uh,
cleared.
uh,
Thank you, sir.
can you keep the mic slightly away
Hello,
from your
hello.
face, please? Yeah, please speak now. The bandwidth problem? Huh? We seem to have a bandwidth problem at your end. The bandwidth is not adequate. I can see you well, but you are moving very sharply. Can you try to speak again? Let us see.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
What is happening is we are not getting any continuity because of the bandwidth issue. I would request you to kindly raise your question in the news forum of Moodle. I hope you have registered for Moodle. From all our earlier discussion, I suppose it should be, are you, first of all, are you able to see us clearly and are you able to hear us clearly? Just raise your hand if you can. Yeah, okay. So that means you have been able to hear all the discussion. I request you to kindly raise your question on the workshop Moodle in the news forum. In the news forum, please post your question and I will try to answer it as quickly as possible. Thank you so much. Let me go over to Rajaram Bapu Institute of Technology. This is ID 1139.
Hello, sir.
Good afternoon. Please go ahead. I can hear you.
Hello, sir. Okay, sir. Good afternoon. I am Varsha Lokre from IIT Sakrae. I have one query, sir. As all other colleges decide to adopt this MOOCs course, C-programming, for first year, but we have decided that to use for second year students. That course is C and data structure. Is it okay?
It is your choice, but what will happen is you will find that this being a first course in programming, there is hardly any coverage of data structure in this course. So as a result, while this course may be useful to your students as a background material for their data structure course, I do not directly see it to be relevant.
Yes.
However, it is your call. You may take the online marks of the students in this course and give some weightage even for the data structure course, but that is entirely your choice. From an independent academic point of view, I can see that the overlap will be very less in the data structure course and in this first course in programming. As you know, you also have a first course in programming in first year, and that will not have too much overlap with the data structure course of the second year that you offer. So that is only the dilemma. We have absolutely no problem. We are offering only this course at this stage. What you may perhaps do is, you can ask all your students to register and do CS101.1x, but tell them that you will take into account only the marks scored by them, let us say in the final exam or in some programming assignments, etc., where you think is relevant. If you feel that the entire course could be relevant to your students as a useful revision of the basic concepts in programming, and you can factor some small percentage of marks into your data structure course, that is perfectly fine, because you are an autonomous institution and your judgment is the final judgment. No issues, we have no problems.
Okay, sir. Actually, I have decided some syllabus map that data structure concept is there, tag, queue, etc.
Yeah.
So, what I decided to give only 10% weightage of that particular module. And for first year, it is very difficult, sir, because students newly joined and it's very difficult for them to map all these.
I can
That's why
understand.
we have decided for
I can
second year.
understand. Maybe you can gain experience this time with the second year students and see how it works. And maybe next year when more institutions join, you may think of joining even the first year course. But that is okay if you have decided for a 10% weightage for your data structures course, and if that is what the academic body of your autonomous institution has accepted, we have absolutely no problem with that. That is perfectly fine.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
One more query, sir.
Yeah, I also have one
hello,
question.
sir.
When
I
does
have
the
one more
semester
query.
begin in your college?
Actually, from 6 July we have started.
But how did you get the
6
students
July.
on 6th July?
For second year.
Oh,
second year
acha.
students. We have started our
I
semester.
see. So these are second year students. I see. Just as a curiosity, when does
Yeah.
first year course start in your college?
I think yes, 5th August, sir.
Because that
5th
will
August.
start almost along with all other colleges in Maharashtra, no, roughly?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes.
Okay. I now understand
That
why you
schedule
are
is,
starting on 6th
same,
July.
sir.
So that is okay. So do ask all your students to register quickly, because you already have those students, and tell them to be patient with this course, because this is essentially a revision for them. But in fact, you challenge them. That Professor Phatak
Yes.
from IIT Bombay was saying that because you are second year students of data structure course, you should perform better than all other students in the country in this revision course. ऐसा बोल दो उनको. Let us see whether they will put in some more effort.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sir.
Thank you so much.
Definitely, I
Right.
convey that message
Right.
to all. Okay, thank you, sir.
You have one more question? No? Done.
Oh, I forgot. Actually, I want to know exact weekly schedule. That
Yeah,
where,
so we
there
just
should be
understood.
interaction
I
with
will be
teachers
putting up this
weekly.
schedule. It is already put on CS101X, but we will be putting up this schedule on the workshop Moodle and also on the BMW course. So when you log in into workshop Moodle, you will see the entire schedule. Right. Let me go over to
Thank you.
KJ Somaiya Institute, 1016. Over to you, KJ Somaiya.
Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible to you, sir?
You are very well. Yes, thank you. Please go ahead.
Sir, our college is starting from 28th of July, and the students, when they'll be joining, they'll be asked to register on IIT Bombay X site, and once they register on that site, so the data will be available to the students. Query was that whether that course material will be available to us, the faculties, prior to the students, so that we can go through those data and get insight about that course material.
Please keep the mic like this in the proper angle so that we can hear you. Yeah, it should be facing your mouth. I could hear you so far. So let me understand the question and repeat it. What you are saying is that the students will have access to CS101X. So whether the teachers will also have access to that. I had answered this question earlier, but I will repeat it because there may be some other teachers who have joined later. In the workshop course, which is BMWCS101X, in which all the teachers would be automatically invited to enroll, provided they have registered on IIT Bombay X. In that workshop course, we are going to do two things. First, what we have already done is the previous offering of CS101X, the archived course content of all the topics, their videos, etc., have been already put up on BMW CS101.1X. That means any teacher who goes to that workshop course on IIT Bombay X we will be able to see whatever we have taught in the past for CS101. Now that will tell you typically the sequence of topics in which we have covered those things. By and large, we are following the same sequence. However, the actual content release will happen in CS101X. Additionally, we will also be releasing the same content in the BMW workshop course also, so you will be able to see that. And then the entire schedule for the CS101X is going to be replicated on the BMW workshop course as well as on the Moodle, so that you can see that schedule. No, your audio went away. Sorry, you just check your
Hello? Hello?
yeah, now you are audible. Please speak.
Okay. So one more query, as the discussion was going on regarding the re-examination with the previous colleges. So you know the examination and he has to register all over again.
No, come again. What happens is when you move your mouth down, I can't hear you. So keep the mic exactly in front of your mouth. No, keep it close to your mouth. Yeah, now we can hear. Bolo.
So the question was regarding to the re-examination, which you had discussed with the previous colleges also. What you told was, if a student fails, he has to register all over again for that course, and something about supplementary exam.
No. Oh, okay. I understood. So let me explain. If a student fails on the IIT Bombay X course, there is nothing like register again or whatever. That student fails in that course, the matter ends, because an online course is often not offered again at all. So as far as online course is concerned, either the student passes or fails. Now as far as a regular student is concerned, suppose that student is in my college and I have agreed to get 20% weightage to IIT Bombay X marks, and suppose the student is failing because of that weightage percentage, then we would like to give him an additional exam. So I was thinking of a re-examination. Even if the re-examination given, it will be given within 10 to 15 days of the main examination. And what we will have to do is, we will have to actually put this as a droppable exam for everyone. So this is merely for the students at your place. It is not very clear how will we administer it. Most probably we will not have a re-examination, but as an autonomous institution, suppose some student gets only say 7 marks out of 100 in the online course. Now you are going to give 20% weightage, let us say, that means you will give only 1.4 marks, which may make a very poor score. Now you may decide to give an additional assignment or a quiz to that student locally and factor that into it. What we will be able to do is only give those marks. The re-examination is only a concept which we had briefly discussed. We have not yet elaborately said what it has to be done. However, a student who is doing the online course will certainly not have to re-register or anything. If we offer a re-exam, it will be offered against the same registration. Maybe what I will do is, it is an important question that you have raised. I will take this up in the advisory board meeting of the consortium, which is going to take place on 4th of August in Rourkela. I will be able to discuss this in the morning and consider the opinion of the academic leaders, and then on 4th afternoon, when we again meet for fortnightly discussion, I will tell you what the decision is. In any case, that is a matter which will affect us only at the end of the course. So we will arrive at a mutually convenient decision regards a re-examination.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. There are 3 more institutions who have raised hands. So let me go over to FET Modi Institute of Technology 1333. Over to you, Modi Institute.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. So we have a question that is there any plan to for the student interaction between students and IIT Bombay?
Oh, I just mentioned it. Every fortnight we shall be having a discussion with teachers for 1 hour as a part of the workshop course like today we are having. In the subsequent weeks, I think most probably on 19th August onwards, we shall also have interactive session with the students of your colleges. If you so wish,
Okay.
you may arrange an interactive session, call all the students in the classroom, and after the interaction
Okay.
with teacher ends, we will immediately start the interactive session with the students. Well, I will be glad to answer along with my colleagues any questions related to CS101X that the students have. So, this is an optional
Okay.
session, but it will run every Tuesday after the interaction session with the faculty member.
Okay, sir. We have 240 students in first year
Right.
who are going to take this course, and we do not have a lab capacity of 240 where we can provide interaction of all students.
So, that is a problem. I do not know how to solve that problem. What you can do is every fortnight you may permit some 100 students or 70 students one by one. Alternately,
Okay.
you can create a CCTV or something. Still, third alternative,
Okay.
we can give you, I can request my colleague Sajjan Dixit to give you an additional AView login.
Okay.
Oh, I see. One second.
Quiz
Sajjan
making.
tells me that you do not have a lab for 240 people, but you may have a seminar hall. If you have a seminar hall, hello, I understand that
Yes,
you
sir.
may have a seminar hall. If you have a seminar hall, you can run AView from the seminar hall and all 240 students can be accommodated.
Actually, we have a seminar hall of capacity 120. That's
Typically in IIT Bombay, when we have a seminar hall of capacity 120 and if there is an important event, then some students sit on the in between the aisles and some students stand at the back end, and in a very
Okay,
crowded thing for 1 hour, it can accommodate about 170 to 180 people is our experience. Secondly,
Okay,
if
sir.
you have 240 students, it is unlikely that all 240 will be so excited to attend this interactive session that all will come. If they do, you can do
Yes,
some
sir.
gate management and you can say first come,
Yes.
first serve like that. But I would suggest that you hold this session not in a lab but in a seminar hall, whatever 110, 120 capacity, and you can say first come, first serve. That is what we normally do.
Okay.
Right.
Achha.
Your colleague
So
wants to
it
ask
is
one more
necessary
question.
to-
Yeah.
I have one more question, sir.
Yeah.
Is it necessary to remain online during the quiz session for the students?
No, not at all. Online, if you want to supervise, see the quiz will be released on a certain Tuesday, let us say at 4 p.m.
Okay.
The quiz is open for
Okay, sir.
2 days. That means students can answer the quiz at any time of their convenience. There is no time frame or something like that. Some student may take 4 hours, some student may do it in 15 minutes. Some student may do it on Tuesday night, some may do it on Wednesday. That is what open online
So
courses
supervision-
mean. Just 1 second. That is what open online courses mean. Now, if an individual institution such as your institution decides that
Okay, sir.
we would like to supervise the online exam also, in
Okay,
which
sir.
case what you will have to do is, you will have to put all these 250 students in one or more labs exactly at 4 o'clock, because 4 o'clock the quiz will be made open. It is available across the world
Okay, sir.
on internet. Now what you can do is, depending upon your choice, you can decide that it's a 1 hour course, a 1 hour quiz or 2 hours or 15 minutes, whatever time you decide. You can tell students in advance, assemble in these labs, your quiz will be conducted online and we will take attendance, and only those students who are physically present here, their marks we will factor from online marks, otherwise not. Now that is entirely your choice. How much time you want to
Okay,
give
sir.
is also entirely your choice. No issue on that.
Thank you, sir.
There are several institutions which do not wish to supervise individual quizzes online at all. They are saying let the students do it on their own, just like when you give home assignments to students, they work at home and they come and submit the assignment. So this could be treated like that, but that's a choice to be made by every participating institution individually.
Okay.
Now I have one question. When does the semester
Yes, sir.
start in your place?
We are going to start from 24th of July, sir.
24th of July. Your admissions etc. are done already?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please remember to see the mail that has gone today describing the format in which you have to collect the data from your students. Ask them to register and enroll
Okay.
for CS101X and upload that data,
Okay.
so that later when the quizzes
Okay,
start, you will be able to monitor that. Your neighbor wanted to ask
Okay.
one more question, so perhaps you can just pass on that.
Sir, I want to ask that unsupervised students also get the certificate from your side or not?
As far as I can't see your face, lady, can you introduce yourself to all of us? Now I can see. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's your good name?
Myself is Momita Ghosh.
Okay.
Myself is Momita Ghosh, sir.
Yes. So Samita, let me give you an answer. In general, all over the world, when online courses are done, they are so online that there is no concept of supervision in online courses. If you read about CS101X, you will find that any learner can register for it, enroll for the course, do all the quizzes etc. at one's home at one's own time over a period, and get the honor code certificate automatically from IIT Bombay X. That will be applicable for your students also. But your students, in additional to getting the honor code certificate, if they complete that online course properly, they also want their marks to be recognized for your grade that you will give them in your university grade. No. Now for that, suppose you decide to factor 30% marks of online exams, then it is up to you whether you want to supervise some of those online exams or whether you will simply take those 30% marks. It is entirely your choice. So every institution is autonomous, every institution has to take a decision. And I will tell you 2 or 3 factors which might be considered here. Number one, the students are already working under honor code. So they are not expected to do any cheating or something, and they should be able to do that exam properly whether they do it at home or not. So I should have trust in them. Number two, I am only factoring a percentage of their total score online into my final grade. So I can treat that like I give them home assignments and they do those assignments at home and I still give them credit. On the other side, I might say that no, I want these students to appear for this quiz, which is, let's say, a 20-minute quiz or something, and they must be able to solve it in 1 hour only. Second, I do not want them to be tempted to ask a friend of theirs to help them solve that quiz question because they run marks. Now depending upon how you decide to perceive this, you may say that not all but some quizzes or NSEM I will supervise online. Now if you decide to do that, all that we have agreed is we will synchronize release of quizzes and exams which are online strictly for CS101X on every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Now one college decides that I will give only 15 minutes for an online quiz. Then they will say 4 to 4:15 you have to finish. Some other college says no, I will give you 1 hour. Let them take time but let them answer. But for that 1 hour, I want all students to be physically present in the lab so that I can certify that I have supervised their exam. Now if you wish to do so, it is your choice. But taking their attendance, making sure that they come at 4 o'clock, etc. has to be handled by you only from your college. As far as IIT Bombay X is concerned, we see every learner as an online learner. And we frankly are not even aware of who is a learner, who is first of all a student or just a professional, or whether he is a student from your college or some other college. We have no clue on that. So is that okay?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
There is SRM University, I think it is Chennai, right? SRM University is 1151. Over to you, SRM. No audio. Hello. I can't hear you, madam. Hello. I think there is an audio problem. I am sorry, I am not able to hear you. There is one more hand raised from Shastra University. I thought we just interacted with them. I will go over to them to find out whether they have any more question. And SRM University, I will try to come back to you after 10 minutes. Please try to resolve the audio issues in between. Professor Naren is still there. Over to you.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Just I want to say thank you because instantly I got that link for BMW Info IIT Bombay X, and I could see the list of courses as a program coordinator. So
Okay.
thanks. That was so instant response.
Well,
Just
I
one
will,
more.
yeah.
Yeah, come on. Yeah,
No,
over
I
to you.
thought I will just convey my thanks to my own team who were listening to whatever conversation was going on and did the work in the background.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Just one more query.
Yeah.
Is the videos can be downloaded? So that means, is it possible if you can provide the YouTube links or something like that from which it can be downloaded?
Currently, we are not doing that for the simple reason that we want to monitor the students' learning behavior online. What happens is when you download, first of all, people will just download and may not see the whole thing, which is okay with us, but we would like to know what is happening there. There is a certain problem of the bandwidth, I understand, but for the time being, otherwise we could see at the end of the course, when all these content are released in open source, we will be putting them all up on some appropriate channel and provide a comprehensive link. But that will happen at the end of the course, Professor Naren. At the beginning, we don't want to provide that facility.
Because the reason or apprehension for asking this is very simple, because not every student has an equal access towards net at all the times. It could be at their home or something else.
So
a laptop may be available, but net connectivity at home or probably after office hours is something which we cannot take it for granted for students.
I agree entirely with you. It happens even in IIT Bombay. So I will tell you how we had handled the CS101 situation here when we operated in the blended MOOC. Luckily, our hostels have adequate access, but we found out that 50 odd students did not have laptops or machines of their own. So we actually give them low cost laptops which Professor Kannan Moudgalya has created out of the Akash project, and they were able to connect and listen to those. Secondly, for some students who did not have either access or whatever because their hostels were not connected, we arranged special sessions with headphones in the regular labs. So about 40 or 50 students, they had to pre-register, they had to say that look, we don't have any access. So they would come, and for 1 hour or 1.5 hours, they could actually listen to, means connect on internet and listen to it. The idea here is, I know it is slightly problematic, but I think we should resolve this, because going forward in the coming decades, we would like our students to get a flavor of online activities only.
Okay, okay, yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Let us try SRM University once again. Yes, over to you. Excuse me, but the microphone that you have selected is not correct microphone. May I request you one thing? First of all, separately arrange for an AView interaction testing with my team by sending an email to workshop team. And secondly, please raise the question that you have on the workshop Moodle. I hope you are all registered on workshop Moodle. So go to the news forum. I had already posted one thing where you have to just reply to that and raise your questions, and we will take your question offline and the answer will be available to everyone. I can see that there is no hand raised here, but let me just take some arbitrary samples from our group here. PSG College of Technology Coimbatore is, oh, what happened? I will try to see if the PSG college, no, I think people have left. So I think, oh, somebody is there already. Wow.
We were at the back.
Oh, you are at the back. Okay, okay. So although you have not raised any question, let me ask you a question. When does the first year course start in PSG college, your college?
It is on Thursday, it will be.
Come again?
It is on Thursday. It is on Thursday.
On 30th, okay. On Thursday. What is the date?
Thursday. It is on 24th. 24th.
Oh, I see. You were able to listen to all our discussion and conversation? Very good. So please go ahead, as the students come in, please advise them to register on IIT Bombay X and for CS101X. And today the mail has gone to all teachers. You would have received the mail. So you can start using the dashboard to upload the information about the students. And we are in business. Also look at BMWCS101 course content, which contain the archived course material that we had given last year. So you can see all the topics, their videos, etc., etc. And now, as we have agreed today, for the CS101X, as the course is released in CS101X, we will also release the same modules in BMWCS101X also, so that you can see what is released on CS101X under the current course or something. We will do that. And please feel free to participate in the Moodle discussion as well as on IIT Bombay X. Thank you so much. We will meet again on 4th of August. As I said, I will be speaking to you from NIT Rourkela that day. Thank you. Over and out.